YouTube, Scott Off-Road. How you doing today? Hey, we're packing up for the Drummond Island Jeep Jamboree trip that I got coming up the next day or two, and I want to go over a couple changes we made in the Jeep. First one, about a month back I did a video on my DIY Molle rack for the seat backs. First thing we're doing is we're changing out the Molle rack, the DIY Molle rack that I had a video on about a month ago, and I got a Grayman Tactical Molle rack, and I was going to show you what that looked like. This is the Grayman Tactical 10 3/4 by 7-inch utility rack. It's a composite material, heavy thick plastic. I'm not sure exactly what it's made out of, but I was able to take that very large Molle rack that I had built and condense it down to this for the seat backs. I still have my pull away first aid kit here. I've moved my admin pouch over, which I keep my notebook with my gas mileage. I've got a small flashlight on the side, and then up over on the top I just have a carabiner with a bunch of hair bands for the wife and their kids' hair when they're blowing in the wind. So I'll put it in the Jeep real quick for you and show you what it looks like in place. Now initially I was pretty worried with this Grayman that it was awful small, but it's actually the right size for what I need it for. On these Mastercraft seats, what I do is I'm going through the seat belt slots for the 5-point restraints with the Velcro that's provided with the Grayman Tactical, sound like an infomercial, Grayman Tactical Molle rack. And then it's a double-sided Velcro tape, for lack of better terms, and so it sticks to the front of the material on the seat really well. And I just pull it nice and snug. And then when I wrap the Velcro up over the top of the seat, it just goes right back down on top of itself and keeps everything tight and out of the way. And it doesn't seem like it's going to be any damage to the seats. So that's what she looks like in place. Hopefully the lighting on this is coming out. But that is it. Again, I got the carabiner with the hair bands. I got a rip out first aid kit. An admin pouch that I just keep a small little notebook in for my mileage, and then a flashlight. I used to keep my knife back here, but you couldn't get to it, so I've moved the knife, and I'll go ahead and show you that here in a second. But the front of the seat, again, the Molle comes out through the strap, comes down, or comes up, and then sticks to the seat, and then I bring the other one up and over it, and down over the top, and there we go. And I'll cut off the excess here on these loops to make sure it's comfortable. I moved the knife that was back there down to the shift column. I mean, it's just a neck knife, and that's just held on with Velcro. So knife will stay, or holster will stay, but the knife come out pretty easy. And then I'll put a concealed carry holster in here in the next couple days as well. So the next thing we're doing is we're changing out the tool bag I carry in the Jeep. I built a rack in the back of the Jeep. I don't know if I've done a video on that, and I'll show you what it looks like if I haven't. And then I've got this table that I built. It was a scrap sign out of a scrap pile, a couple hinges, and some paracord or 550 cord. And let me show you what that looks like folded down. And that just gives me a nice little table to do small things on, at least set a cup of coffee or a pop or something. Again, I think I've got $4 wrapped up into that, and that was all hinges. The old sign was ruined in a storm and they couldn't use it anymore, so the street department threw it away and I was able to pick it up out of a scrap bin at a recycle yard. There you go. Got a bunch of these zipper pouches here, and I put a bunch of different tools in that, and we'll see how that looks loaded up. So let me move the tripod and I'll show you what we got. Alright, this is all the tools loaded up. You can see I've got a lot more room in there. I've left the tags on these because I've written down what's in them on the back side. So again, if I need screwdrivers, I just grab the screwdriver bag. If I need standard wrenches, I grab the standard wrenches. So I got a lot more room in there that I can move some of my other stuff. I know, like my air down kit right here used to be on the back of the seat. Now it's in here, so I've still got more room. And then, yeah, that's about it. I'm going to get in out of the rain. Hopefully this rain will stop because I got to do an oil change today before we go on a trip. So happy Jeeping. Have a blessed day.